Good day to all. I'm Miss Ong Ai Ping from OUM Ipoh Perak, ID number 6812-23085926. Master of Early Childhood Education Assignment, HMEC5424, Educational Research Method in Early Childhood, September 2024 semester. Introduction. This study aims to explore the specific challenges faced by early childhood education undergraduates in speaking English, with a focus on identifying the factors that contribute to these challenges and how they impact undergraduates' academic performance and future professional capabilities. This research will propose strategies to improve English language support in ECE programs to better prepare undergraduates for their roles as educators. By addressing this gap, this research aimed to contribute to the improvement of the early childhood education programs and the professional developments of future educators. Problem statements. Challenges faced by early childhood education undergraduates in speaking English. One of the most significant challenges faced by ECE undergraduate is the lack of exposure to English in daily life and academic environments. Many undergraduates use their mother tongue outside the classroom, which limits their opportunity to practice and hinders their language development. For example, undergraduates from rural areas may have limited access to an English-speaking environment during formative years, making it difficult to adapt to the demand of the English-based curriculum at university level. Furthermore, the ECE curriculum lacks sufficient language support, causing undergraduates to face challenges in their own language acquisition. Although many programs prioritize pedagogical knowledge, there is often insufficient emphasis on developing students' English language abilities. This gap is particularly concerning given that prospective educators need to be able to communicate effectively in English to foster learning in diverse classroom environments. In summary, the challenge ECE undergraduates face in speaking English ranging from limited exposure and practice opportunities to language concern and adequate curriculum supports affect their academic performance and professional readiness, and to prepare future educators to succeed in an educational context which is increasingly global and dependent on the English language. Significance of the study. By identifying the key difficulties faced by undergraduates like lack of exposure to language anxiety and limited speaking opportunities, this study helped educational institutions develop targeted interventions. For example, university could introduce more conversational English training sessions into subject-specific courses to support undergraduates more effectively, improving their academic performance and future teaching careers. Overall, this study has the potential to influence both the academic and professional developments of ECE undergraduates through a more supportive learning environment, fostering the growth of competent future educators. Research objective is to explore specific challenges faced by ECE undergraduates in using English language skills, to identify factors that contribute to their difficulties and suggest strategies to overcome these barriers. The following objectives guide the research: to identify the main linguistic challenges faced by ECE undergraduates in speaking English. For example, undergraduates struggle with academic discourse in the classroom due to insufficient exposure to an English-speaking environment. To examining the role of language anxiety influencing undergraduates' English-speaking abilities. By assessing how language anxiety affects undergraduates' oral performance, to understand how psychological factors contribute to the issue and how it can be addressed in ECE programs. To investigate the effectiveness of English language support in ECE programs. For example, some programs may not have adequate language support, exacerbate the difficulties undergraduates face in mastering English. The assisting support system meet the needs of ECE undergraduates and improvements if necessary. To analyze the impact of limited English proficiency on the academic and professional readiness of ECE undergraduates, the ability to speak English competently is important not only for academic success but also for future career prospects. To propose a strategy to improve English speaking skills among ECE undergraduates may include integrating language practices into the curriculum, promoting peer-led speaking groups, or offering language immersion chances to reduce language anxiety, increase confidence, and create a more effective support system. Research question is to explore the challenges faced by ECE undergraduates in speaking English and to identify potential solutions to improve their language proficiency. The following research questions were formulated to guide the study. What are the main linguistic challenges faced by ECE undergraduates in speaking English? For example, undergraduates may struggle with classroom interaction due to a lack of exposure to an English-speaking environment. Literature review. The challenges faced by ECE undergraduates in speaking English have received increasing attention in educational research, particularly in the context of non-native English speakers. This literature review examined the main challenges faced by ECE undergraduates in developing English language skills using recent research studies and examples. Linguistic challenges and limited exposure. For example, undergraduates in rural areas may not have access to quality English language instruction in their early education, leading to poor basic skills, making it more difficult for undergraduates to improve their speaking abilities. Language anxiety and its impact on speaking skill. As a result, undergraduates may avoid participating in the class discussion or presenting in English, thereby limiting their chances to practice and improve their speaking skill, noted the language anxiety who felt less confident in their abilities, experiencing higher levels of anxiety. The impact of English language proficiency on literary professional readiness. For example, teachers who are not confident in their English language abilities may struggle to explain concepts clearly, ultimately affecting the quality of education they provide, particularly pronounced in areas where English is not the primary language, as undergraduate students may have fewer chances to practice English in real-world teaching scenarios. In summary, the challenges faced by the ECE undergraduates in speaking English are multifaceted, involving linguistic difficulties. Language anxiety not only affect undergraduates' academic performance but also their readiness for professional roles as educators. Addressing these issues requires a more integrated approach in ECE program, incorporating language development strategies and providing targeted support to help undergraduates overcome their difficulties. Institutions can better equip future educators with the skills they need to succeed in an increasingly global and English language dependent educational environment. Research methodology. To achieve the objective of a quantitative research approach, and a customized questionnaire was chosen as an instrument to collect the data to find the challenges faced by undergraduates in speaking the English language. This step was carried out as an additional step to further confirm whether the ECE diploma undergraduates study participants were on average categorized as low proficient English users and scored C+ and below in their English subjects. These questions allowed respondents to give an opinion and required them to choose from a variety of predetermined answers. The Likert scale in numerically code as follows: 1 for strongly disagree, 2 to disagree, 3 for agree, and 4 for strongly agreed. Responses were simply coded into relevant themes and analyzed statistically. Conducting a pilot survey, through this questionnaire, the researcher will be able to list common factors and problems that affect into core challenges faced by English speakers undergraduates. Sampling. The participants, 90 respondents for this research, are the entire group of early childhood education diploma students who are currently in semester 2, 4, and 5. Data collection, validity and reliability. Reliability refers to a measurement that provide the same value for consistent results like accuracy, repeatability, and reliability. It indicates to ensure consistent cross-time measurements across different items in the instrument. Validation begins to assess the quality of the questionnaire content as an external check of the data analysis process for the questionnaire. 4 faculty members from the researcher educational institution conducted content validity. Only 30 ECE undergraduates agreed to participate in pilot testing, was conducted face-to-face and online for a week. The participants also checked whether the instruments was clear and easy to understand, asked for comments, suggestions, and correction needed to improve the questionnaire. Minor changes were made to make the questionnaire suitable for use. Data analysis. The document referred to its to previous undergraduate English score, which includes the SPM certificates and the English proficiency class. This study divides the grades into 3 different ranges. The lowest score range is grade C+ and below. The mid-range of score and grades B+, B, and B-. The highest grade range is A+, A, and A- grades. To facilitate the evaluation of the data analysis obtained, the researcher used the mean score to categorize the scale as follows. 1 for strongly disagree, 2 to disagree, 3 for agree, and 4 strongly agreed. Likert scale. The results of the analysis include mean score and standard deviation for each factors and problems. One of the examples questionnaire reliability value of factors 10 item, problem 10 item faced by the undergraduates in English speaking skill. Cover alpha for the item 10 factors that affect speaking skills and 10 problem students face while speaking are 0.96 and 0.81 respectively, and each has relatively high internal consistency. The analysis has good reliability in the pilot study. Therefore, the items in the questionnaire were found to be highly reliable. 20 items, alpha equals to 0.89. Based on the following table, 1 details the finding of 76.7% of semester 2 participants, 80% of semester 4 and 90% semester 5 participants have got grades C+ and below for their level of English proficiency. On average, more than 75% of ECE undergraduates out of a total of 90 participants had a low-level English proficiency as suggested by the percentage of students who scored below the average grade. Apparently, the majority of ECE undergraduates' English proficiency is still lagging due to the various challenges they faced using English during their studies, especially in speaking. Discussion and implication of research. Undergraduate English proficiency levels. According to the data finding, the researcher can conclude that respondents from 3 categorized semesters 2 score 76.7%, respondents from semester 4 score 80%, and respondents from semester 5 score 90% score below average for English basic courses. The researcher was able to further confirm that 75% of ECE undergraduates were proven to score below average, like respondents are lack listening ability, worried about making mistakes, and fear of criticism, shyness, and embarrassment. Mainly the English proficiency of the majority of ECE undergraduates are still depressed with their English use even after an excessive amount. Conclusion. Steps must be taken to resolve these challenges to improve the speaking skills of ECE undergraduates. Focusing on teaching and learning strategies should be conducted to find possible solutions to overcoming these challenges, like conducting in the field and factors that affect speaking skills. Malaysia to compete globally, to face the right goals required for the modern workforce, children must develop the necessary skills to enhance their professional skills. Thank you.